Hello, so we've got the new old school in-game survey poll. So whenever you vote in polls like this, you currently have to log into the website. So they're planning to offer us a menu for voting within the game itself. The in-game voting menu will be more convenient for us because you just have to log into the game, and it will give them the opportunity to include things like web links for illustrations and other helpful things they currently can't do in website form. There's quite a few ways they could offer in-game polls. For example, they could add a polling station in the major towns and banks, or they could add a button on the game screen, or they could build it into an in-game item. So in this survey, they would ask us which of these possibilities actually appeal to us, whether we'd accept it or not. After the survey closes, they'll use the answers to write a detailed blog of what they're doing, then they'll invite us to vote on whether it should be added to the game. The success threshold of the poll will be 75% as usual. While they'll prefer us to vote via a lobby screen after entering your password but before you appear in the in-game world, Old School RuneScape does not have a lobby system, and they're not likely to offer one in the near future, so that is not possible. So let's have a look at this survey. So question 1, where would you prefer to vote in polls, in the game or on the website? Now personally, I don't mind either way, as long as they sort of do a post or something to tell us that it's happening, so I'd say I'd use both. Question 2. Would you be happy voting through poll booths installed in major town centres, such as Varrock Market? I think I'd accept that. Question 3. Would you be happy voting through poll booths installed in bank buildings? I think I'd accept that as well. Question 4. Would you be happy for town criers to offer the poll menu? I quite like the idea of having the town criers as someone to more announce a poll and then you can go vote, so I really quite like that. Question 5. Would you be happy for the Varrock Herald newspaper to offer the poll menu? I think I really like that idea. I mean, I think everyone's already bought a Varrock Herald in their life but never really used it. I quite like the idea of maybe having town criers and newspaper guys sort of mixed, and you can just get a newspaper and vote in a poll. Question 6. Would you be happy for a new Orb of Suffrage item off the poll menu? The orb will be made available for free. If it's going to be doing the same as the Varrock Herald newspaper, I don't really like the sound of that, so I don't really like that as much, but I think I would accept it. Question 7. Would we be happy for them to shrink the report abuse button slightly, creating space for a new poll button? I don't think I'd mind that much, so I'd accept that. Question 8. Would we be happy for them to add a new poll button near the minimap? I would accept that, although I think if it gets in the way I'll be a bit annoyed by that. I think if they're going to be adding anything near the minimap, I prefer a world map button. And finally question 9, would we be happy for them to add a new poll button to the options panel? I think I'd accept that. I think that's a bit hidden though, so we might not be able to see that all the time. But anyway, let's vote and see the results. So far, 6,623 people have voted. 31% prefer having in-game polls, 19% prefer having website polls, and 50% said they'd use both. 33% would say they really like the idea of having poll booths in the major town centres. 45% said they would accept poll booths in the major town centres, and 22% don't like it. 36% would really like to have poll booths installed in bank buildings. 40% would accept poll booths in bank buildings, and 24% would not like poll booths installed in bank buildings. 23% would really like town criers to offer the poll menu. 39% would accept town criers to offer the poll menu, and 38% don't like town criers to offer the poll menu. 20% really like the Varrock Herald newspaper to offer the poll menu. 33% would accept the Varrock Herald newspaper to offer the poll menu, and 46% would not like the Varrock Herald newspaper to offer the poll menu. 21% would really like the Orb of Suffrage item to offer the poll menu. 30% would accept it, and 49% do not like the Orb of Suffrage item to offer the poll menu. Number 7. 34% would really like the report abuse button to be shrunk slightly in order to create space for a new poll button. 33% would accept that, and 33% do not like it. Number 8, 17% would really like a poll button near the minimap. 23% would accept a poll button near the minimap. And 60% would not like a poll button near the minimap. And finally, number 9, 23% would really like a poll button in the options menu. 36% would accept a poll button in the options menu. And 41% do not like a poll button in the options menu. So hopefully this vote will create a better polling system where we can see better things in the voting game and be more fair in the long term. So if you haven't voted in this poll yet, I would suggest you go vote in it. Please like and subscribe. I've been Lewis, thanks for watching, goodbye.